Welcome to Couch Casual, where casuals like me talk about casual things, everything, football and basketball, and maybe other sports. In today's episode, we continue the free agency predictions with tight ends. Just like the quarterbacks, the tight ends aren't the biggest names. There's a couple decent ones at the end, but nothing too special this year, the tight end class. Regardless, let's get right into it. At number 1, we have former Patriots tight end Mike Gesicki. Now, I have Mike Gesicki heading to the Houston Texans, which, spoiler alert, could mean something later down the line. I just think the Texans could use a tight end after something that's happened this offseason, so I think they pick up Mike Gesicki. 2 years, $12 million, nothing crazy. Just get Stroud a solid weapon as they prioritize receiver and running back in the offseason. But you still got to get him a good tight end. Then we have Irv Smith Jr., former Bengals tight end. Now, I think that the Seahawks will sign Irv Smith to a 3-year, $18 million deal. Now, I know this seems to happen a lot, but with these positions, one team's going to lose a tight end, but that same team's going to get a different tight end. And the team that lost that tight end, it's a whole, rotation. Then we got Robert Tonyan. I have him going to the Raiders, a 1-year, $3 million deal. It's Robert Tonyan. I don't know what else to really say here. Then we get Harrison Bryant, former Browns tight end. Now, I could see Harrison Bryant. This is actually the first time. I guess same with Robert Tonyan, but the Raiders have Michael Mayer, so that doesn't really matter too much. Again, I have him going to a team that's not losing a tight end, and I have him going to the Rams. Just be a nice depth tight end piece for the Rams. 2 years, $10 million. I think Harrison Bryant's actually pretty good, and we don't really talk about him as much. But, speaking of the Browns, with Harrison Bryant, Blake Bell, Chiefs tight end. I don't see the Chiefs bringing Blake Bell. I don't see the Chiefs getting any tight end. You have Travis Kelce, that's enough. So, I have the Browns replacing Harrison Bryant with the Chiefs' former tight end, Blake Bell, on a nice 1-year, $3 million deal. Yes. The tight ends aren't very good this year in free agency. And we continue that trend with Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper was really good on the Falcons, I thought, but he's kind of regressed a bit. And he played on the Raiders last year. Raiders could use a tight end. But we already saw they signed Robert Tonyan. So I have Austin Hooper going to the Denver Broncos. 1 year, $6 million. Nice, solid veteran. And now we get to the actual, decent quality tight ends, or young tight ends, with Adam Trautman. Adam Trautman, I believe, drafted by the Saints. He's now on the Broncos. He's still young, still has a lot of potential. So I could see him teaming up with a young quarterback. They can maybe build something there. So I'm going to have him going to the Chargers. If you remember my other videos, I have predicted the Chargers to sign Saquon Barkley as well. So why not add another young weapon? No, he's not quite Saquon Barkley, but Adam Trautman's still good. So he can go to the Chargers. 3 years, $12 million. So that was the good young tight end. Now we get to more of a veteran in Hunter Henry. He started off the season on the Patriots very well. Picked him up in fantasy myself. He was great. And I have him going to the Jets. I really like this pickup. Aaron Rodgers is back. CJ Uzomah was not it. Aaron Rodgers needs a good tight end. I don't know if he's actually had an elite tight end ever really in his career. He had, what was his name? Richard Rodgers, I think was his name. Then he had CJ Uzomah. I think he had Jimmy Graham at one point. He hasn't had a really good tight end. And I still think Hunter Henry's one of the better tight ends. So I think this would be a great signing for the Jets. 1 year deal, could be 2, $9 million, could be like 2 for 15, 2 for 16. But I like him going to the Jets. Give Aaron Rodgers an actual really good tight end that he hasn't really had, to my knowledge, at least later in his career. And then we have Gerald Everett, another younger tight end who can still help out a lot of teams. Now, as you saw with the Patriots, they signed 2 tight ends last year, Gesicki and Henry. But as you can see, I have them both leaving. So who better to replace that with than Gerald Everett? Have him going to the Patriots on a 2-year, $18 million deal. Then Noah Fant. Now, Noah Fant, I believe, drafted by the Broncos as part of the Russell Wilson trade. Another thing the Seahawks won in that trade, getting Noah Fant. Incredible. But he's leaving. I have Noah Fant leaving him. The Seahawks haven't signed a tight end yet, so we'll see what they do with that position. But I do have Noah Fant joining the Commanders. I have him getting a rookie quarterback. I could see him signing a top receiver. I think I said Gabe Davis. They could get a really good running back as well. Why not add? They have so much money. Why not add to the weaponry to your rookie quarterback and bring Noah Fant in on a 3-year, $25 million deal? He's still really good, Noah Fant. He's still young as well. Still has room to improve. So just use all that money you have and add to your quarterback's weapons to make it easy, because we've seen if your quarterback doesn't have anyone to throw to, hand the ball off to, or lineman, it could be tough. So you give him Noah Fant, you give him a receiver, give him a running back. You have all the money. So I like Noah Fant here. Last is Dalton Schultz. He was very good for the Texans. Very solid receiver, or tight end, receiver. First round. Signed to like a 1-year deal. And now he's hitting free agency again. He was with the Cowboys originally. And I have Schultz going to the Bengals. Another one I really like here. Joe Burrow. He's got Jamar Chase. Most likely will keep T. Higgins. They're going to lose Tyler Boyd. Who knows what they're going to do with Joe Mixon. But just like Aaron Rodgers later in his career hasn't really had a great tight end, Burrow hasn't really had a good tight end. He had, again, C.J. Uzomah. Shared interest there with Aaron Rodgers. He's had Drew Sample, because he didn't get to play with Tyler Eifert. Tyler Eifert left before Burrow came in, because Tyler Eifert was pretty good. So Burrow hasn't really had a good tight end. So why not give him the best free agent tight end, top 10-ish, borderline top 10 tight end in Dalton Schultz, on a big 3-year, $30 million deal. He finally gets a longer-term contract. He had to sign a 1-year with the Texans. Now he gets to sign a long-term 3-year deal with the Bengals. Be Joe Burrow's number 3 option. He also has Yoshi Vas, the rookie who came out of nowhere and was playing pretty good. But I like the Dalton Schultz pickup for the Bengals. And that is going to conclude our 2024 tight end free agency predictions. A little, not the best tight end class, but it got a little better at the end. But make sure you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss more amazing casual takes from yours truly. And I will see you again next time. Thank you.